Hi guys, I hope that you're all doing great. Where? Now, where things have reached, this is just too much. I have never, since I started Reaction, I have never gotten so many messages from people telling me they are so tired of the village content. Guys, some of you are telling me to change my niche. Oh my God. My sister, thank you. One even gave me, an elaborate plan of how to start cooking videos. Guys, I know I am tired too. Like, this is too much. Like, for real. Now I'm starting to wonder, has Mosabi been the traitor? Has Mosabi been the mole in the villa? Has Mosabi been the informer? Has Mosabi been the spy? Guys, this Mosabi, of all the people, guys, Mosabi, when Maro used to say, this is Mosabi, he is the best. He is so chap. He works very well. He is the best. Mosabi, focuses on his work, and you would see Mosabi running, Mosabi serving, Mosabi doing, Mosabi being Mosabi. Hey, wonders never end, guys. Me, I'm also tired. Where, guys, Mosabi left his home. When the father beat up his brother, and Mosabi says, in the middle of that fight, the father said, "Oh, even you, I don't know you, you're not my son." And Mosabi is saying that he thinks that maybe his mother cheated on his father. And that is why his father was saying that. And, the father sort of believes that he is not his biological son. So Mosabi left, home unceremoniously like that. Just like a joke. Him and his brother, Thomas. Guys, they went to look for life out there. Mosabi started working at, Percy's place, Uncle Mo's place, just doing odd jobs here and there. While he was living with his auntie. Guys, first of all, I believe, this Mosabi is a very bitter man, For your father to tell you to your face that you are not my son, and for you to leave home, and none of your parents bothers to even look for you, to know whether you are alive or kicking, to know wherever you went, they don't care. Okay, fine, he went to his auntie. But then again, my child leaves my house, just like that, because we've had a fight. I am going to reach out. I want to know if my child is okay. I want to be talking to my child. I want to see my child, So they have never seen each other for 2 years now, him and his parents. That tells you something. The auntie took care of him. But after a while, he left his auntie's home and went to live at Maro's, he said. Or is it Gitiriba's? And so now these are the people who have taken care of him, for the rest of, I think, a year or something. Guys. So now Gitiriba fires you. And then the first thing you do, you don't even tell I am Marwa, because that's what he said, at the podcast. You do not even tell I am Marwa, The first thing you think is to take a bus, come to Nairobi, to uphold lies of Marwa's, sworn enemy, a hater like this one. So that's what you do. This is a very bitter human being. And if there's somebody he should be very bitter about in life, is his father. So now he is bringing his father's bitterness to come out here and tarnish Marwa's name. Did Marwa fire him, guys? What did MORAA do to this guy? But he has chosen to come to this podcast to start talking about MORAA's home affairs. Who does that? Guys, this person was being asked questions, And, the thing is, this 𝐷𝐿 pod lies. He is also another crooked person. And the other day he was talking about, oh, MORAA, you can sue me. After all, somebody is saying the truth in my podcast, blah, blah, blah. Does he know that, is it Radio Jambo? The one that hosted the person, this lady who was tormenting Olga Obina. Does he know that radio station, I'm not sure if it's Radio Jambo but it is a prominent radio station in this country. That radio station was sued just because of hosting this person and this person coming to talk nonsense and lies about this Olga Obina guy. So this guy should know, that he is not safe. And I also had Mosabi, running his mouth. Oh, freedom of speech, freedom of movement, freedom of whatever. Mosabi, hey, you better watch yourself. And you guys are lucky that you just deal with MORAA. You're so lucky. I think that is why you're doing this. Because you have studied MORAA and you have known the kind of heart he has. He does not like drama. He does not like putting anybody in jail. Remember what he said about Gintu. Guys, you remember what Carrots said. That she could not react. She started reacting on other Kenyan celebrities, but she quickly stopped when she was warned, that these ones don't play with them. And then now she zeroed in on MORAA and family. Because, they know. Of course, even Carrots, went on to say, oh, I'm talking about MORAA because there's freedom of speech. And I remember doing a reaction and asking, why can't she react on the other Kenyan celebrities? Because there's freedom of speech. She cannot do that because she knows they're going to deal with her. So at this point, I want to ask, has MORAA been defeated to protect his brand? Can't MORAA even give somebody a cease and desist? Like, for heaven's sake, what is this? Guys, it is not because I don't want people to say the truth, because like now some lazy gang idiots will come and say, oh, it's because they don't want people to expose MORAA. Guys, it is because these people are going overboard. I mean, it is too much. You cannot pry into my family's affairs like this. This 𝐷𝐿, guys, the other day, MORAA said this guy always says things that he doesn't know. And now 𝐷𝐿 wants to say something, or rather he wants to rubber stamp what he has already said in his channel, because he has been saying Rocio has left for good, Rocio took everything, Rocio doesn't love MORAA anymore, Rocio will not come back. So what does he do? He wants Mosabi to confirm that. So he tries to put words into Mosabi's mouth. Mosabi, were you there when Rocio was leaving? Yes, I was. Did she tell you she was leaving? Yes, she did. Was she angry? Did they look like they had fought? Was there a disagreement? Mosabi is trying to tell him everything was looking fine to me. I didn't see anything wrong. Yes, Rocio packed, openly. It wasn't a secret. Rocio packed and everything was fine. Are you sure? You may not know everything. I know. And then Mosabi is trying to tell him, oh, of course I know because I mean, maybe there were things that were going on that you didn't know, right? Guys, this guy is trying to make Mosabi to say there was a problem between MORAA and Rocio when Rocio was leaving. But Mosabi stuck to his guns. He said, no, I didn't see any problem. And to me, that is prying into MORAA's affairs. It is like you taking my house girl from my house and going to start asking her, what time does the husband wake up? Do you hear them fight? Does she do this ABCD? Who pays for the rent? Guys, it is like exactly what JT is doing. Is that okay? Somebody tell me. All these people watching, if somebody came and started to pry into your home affairs like that, how would you feel, guys? Because all these things were not on the internet. Rocio did not show when she was packing. Rocio did not show when they were saying bye-byes with Mosabi. Why is this gay tea, asking, leading questions, wanting to tarnish Marwa's name? What the heck, guys? This guy clearly stated it is Gitiriba who fired him. This guy was working for was working for Gitiriba, but Marwa said, and the thing is, Marwa is an open book. So whatever Mosabi said is not like new to Team Marwa. Everyone who watched Marwa's video, you saw what Mosabi said. Mosabi clearly stated, that, sorry guys, I'm just sick and tired. I'm even getting confused. Marwa clearly stated in his video that this is Gitiriba's worker, but he comes to help. Marwa actually said it in his video. So this thing that Gay-T is trying to bring out here, can you imagine, blah, blah, blah. Marwa did not hide anything. Marwa said that after he finishes what he is doing at Gitiriba's, which is preparing for the kid for school and everything, he comes to Marwa's place to help out. Guys, to be very honest, if there's no more work to do at Gitiriba's place, so Mosabi will be sitting the whole day. I don't see anything wrong if he is told to come this other side as long as they compensate him. The issue here is compensation. Guys, we have grown up in Africa. I live in Africa, Kenya. And when my kids were young, I remember, and I do not have a house help, or my house help has left, I would, my cousin would send the house girl to come and babysit, after she has done work at her house and, and she doesn't have any small kids. I mean, guys, it is not a big deal. As long as I am going to give her something, then what is the problem? These things that these people, gay team tries to talk to people. And I've said this before, somebody wants to just amplify things that are normal. He wants to make them abnormal. Can you imagine Gay-T coming out here to start talking about how much were they paying you? And then this guy said, I asked for, because I was in a bad situation, or is it hard situation, I asked for, and then he turns around and says, he offered 4,000 shillings. And then he actually even knows it in dollars, which is $35, so that these Americans and the people around the world can be like, oh my God, guys. So they actually agreed, and they agreed on 5K, 5,000 Kenya shillings. And to me, guys, I want to ask Mosabi, if that money was so little, why did you agree? You mean, guys, Mosabi didn't have to agree, and nobody should tell me that he agreed because he had hard life. This guy, had the energy, the nerve, and the audacity to run away from home when he knew he was going nowhere. He could have easily also left that place because this money is too little and gone and worked where he is paid more money. Guys, these people, honestly speaking, as much as they are coming out here to paint these people to look bad, it is too much. You know, there's so much hate in this village. There's so much backstabbing. This is too much. And Mosabi, to be very honest, guys, if he felt, like he is being underpaid, if he felt bad at that particular moment when Gitiriba told him that, I'm giving you 5,000 as salary, that is the day he could have said, I don't want to do it. Because he was talking about he had been working, these vibaruas for a day, where you're paid daily. He could have continued doing that. But he decided to work for 5,000 shillings. So what is the problem? Mosabi is somebody who could have decided not to work for that money, guys. And the other question I want to ask Gay, do you know how much is the minimum wage for a domestic worker in this country, Kenya? Because you guys, come out talking a lot. I want to know. I want to know from this Gay, do you know how much the minimum wage is? Guys, as you can see, in urban areas, it is 16,000 shillings and something. And then it goes on like that. And then you can see the rural areas, it is about 8,000 and something. Let's even put it at 9,000. So if Gitiriba was paying 5,000, yes, that is underpayment. But, it should be around 8,000 and something. So let me ask you all Americans, Europeans, and Australians, and all of you out there, even if he was being paid 9,000 shillings, still, you guys would have said that is a little money, because how much is that in dollars, for instance? 9,000 shillings is like what? $80. So is $80 okay per month? I'm sure you all are still going to tell me that is very little money. But that is the money that people are paid in Kenya as domestic workers in rural areas. It is too much work. It is a big farm. Now that is subject for discussion between you and your employer. And if you feel that is not good enough for you, you don't take up the job. Guys, and to be very honest with you, I'm telling you all this. And JT, if you're watching, I'm right. How many people in the rural areas pay their domestic workers 8,000? This one that you're seeing written there, the one that's been gazetted by the Kenyan government. How many? Remember when Percy was saying that she is working as a domestic worker? How much was she being paid? She said, is it 3,000? Yeah. How much is 3,000 shillings? It's $25. And she was working for that. In rural areas, hey, to get somebody who is paying 5K, 10K, that is very rare. I'm not saying there are no people who pay that. They are, but it is a rare thing, because that is somebody who will just, it is out of their own volition. You cannot compel them to pay like that. Yes, Mosabi is doing a lot of work. Yes, Mosabi is milking cows. Yes, Mosabi is looking after the horses. Yes, Mosabi should have just negotiated his salary. And if these people are not agreeing, he leaves. Did he have to wait to be kicked out? He waited to be, fired. Yes, he did wait to be fired because he loved it there. You cannot stay somewhere you don't love, to work at, So all this nonsense about, underpayment, okay, fine. Even that 8,000, guys, you see that 16,000 you're seeing there, urban areas? I live in an urban area, and I've lived in an urban area all my life. But let me tell you one thing. Even this 16K that you have seen there, people in, say, uptown areas, like, say, this very trained, domestic workers, very, very trained, highly trained, and in upmarket areas. When I say upmarket, I mean the very posh, rich areas. They're the ones who pay 16 plus. All these other areas of Nairobi, Mombasa, wherever, house girls are being paid 7,000. What are you talking about? Some of them are living in such big houses. They're washing 2 cars in the morning. They are washing 5-bedroom houses. Guys, I know you're all saying, yeah, but that is what is happening. If you want to take people to jail, take the whole, 3/4 of Kenya to jail. These are things that are coming out right now. They're coming up now. So if MORAA pays or Gitiriba pays 5K, that is the range. That is the range. Okay, fine. I know. It was said that a donor was sending money, blah, blah, blah. But have we heard from this donor? Do we really know how much money the donor was sending? We don't know. So this guy is working on speculation, and trying to just make MORAA look bad. Guys, about this payment thing, I want you all to tell me, Americans, even if somebody was to pay me $200 per month, I'm sure some of you would still say, $200? Oh my God. Because $200 in America, that is not a lot. You get? But in Kenya, it's different. So 𝐷𝐿 is using that to mess up with your minds. And another thing, 𝐷𝐿, have you ever had a domestic worker in your house? Some of us have had domestic workers, yes. Have you ever had a domestic? Do you know, guys, especially, I'm sorry to say this, especially these very illiterate people, they are a headache. I'm telling you. Hey, let me tell you, even you can decide in my house I will not be talking. I'll keep quiet, and just when she passes, I'll be smiling so that she stays. But even that will not let her to stay. Some of these people just have something in them, that village entitlement blood nonsense, And, you have to, guys, this is crazy. It is crazy. 𝐷𝐿 does not have any domestic work. He doesn't have a family. He doesn't know what is going on. Always out here talking about MORAA and how he cannot keep women and blah, blah, blah. He himself does not even know how to keep one. He doesn't have a relationship. He does not have, a wife. He has never gotten married. He doesn't have any kids. He'll come out here and start talking about other people's kids, Anastasia, this, that, and the other guys. This is what I'm talking about. He was prying, talking about asking questions about Anastasia. This guy, Mosabi, said, no, this girl is a very good girl. This girl goes to school. This girl does her things, and then now 𝐷𝐿 turns around and starts to pretend. Anyway, I don't want to ask any private questions because people are going to see that I'm really asking questions, and maybe some of these questions can get you into trouble. Guys, this guy wanted Mosabi to come out and talk and talk and talk. This is crazy, but for that one, I must say kudos, Mosabi, because if you don't know something, you don't know. And this other thing, guys, when somebody has done wrong or when somebody has fallen out with another person, I know for a fact most of the times they will come out and say something negative about that person. There is no way somebody will fall out with somebody and then they come have an interview and say that was a very good person. He was that. I'm the bad one. I messed up. I was waking up late. Sometimes I was rude to the boss, but the boss was so good to me. The boss had no problem. It is me who was the problem. No way. No way. And sometimes when you hear one side of the story, when you listen to the other side, you get shocked because of how this other person came to portray themselves. Guys, did you all realize that this Mosabi guy was actually begging for donations? He was activating donations. How? He was talking about how he needs a house. As a man, you need a house. I don't have a house at my home. If only I could have a house. I just want to have a house. If only my father did not chase me. My brother is there. Now there is no house. I need a house. I want a house. If somebody could build me a house, the guy needs a house. That is why he came to gay teapot lies. And every time he started to talk about this, 𝐷𝐿, tried to change the topic, and say, hey, you're digressing. Let's focus on MORAA. Let's focus on Gitiriba. Because, he wanted this guy to spill the beans, and there were no beans to be spilled, guys. And this guy, his aim was here. When he came here, it's so that people can, assist him build a house. So he wants to push his agenda, and 𝐷𝐿 is also looking for him to push his own agenda. So now there was conflict of interest. at some point. And I just couldn't help but laugh. Guys, 𝐷𝐿 is talking things that he does not know. He is amplifying lies at his pod lies. I just want to ask, guys, why is it MORAA cannot just protect his brand? MORAA's channel, is stuck. MORAA has done the best that he can. He has tried to help his village. As it is right now, he should just focus on himself. MORAA, I know he is going to start traveling. He told us starting April, going forward. He is waiting for his other horses. He has other things that he has planned, between now and April. I think, that he should really try, and get these people off his back, especially this 𝐷𝐿. For real. Because the other day MORAA spoke and he came out here, daring MORAA, talking crap. Saying this, that, and the other. But in the real sense, this guy, he is out there to tarnish MORAA's name. Guys, what I believe, according to this whole interview, in my opinion, guys, MORAA was not really attacked by Mosabi. Of course, 𝐷𝐿 wanted MORAA to be attacked. He brought out this propaganda. MORAA is not taking Mosabi to school. And by the way, 𝐷𝐿 was saying that MORAA is not taking this guy to school, and yet this guy had believed that he is going to school in January because MORAA had promised him. I have promised, I promised my daughter, that I'm going to do something for her. I'm going to, whatever it is, I don't have to say it here, I promised her I was going to do it for her in January, but I postponed it, because of reasons best known to me. Maybe I don't have money, maybe, there are other reasons, So MORAA has his own reasons for postponing. If I can postpone, and this is my daughter, flesh and blood. So now somebody should not postpone anything on Mosabi, because Mosabi is what? Guys, what nonsense is this? Oh, 𝐷𝐿, how many things have you promised? What have you promised that Spanish lady? Have you done everything that you promised her you would do for her? Have you done? Nonsense. Look at, guys, some people, should just style up. Personally, I'm saying I postponed something, very, very important, for my daughter, and she's my daughter. So now Mosabi, being the child of a very special God, you think other people are children of lesser gods? People are children of a lesser God. So Mosabi now is even Mosabi's own, somebody can postpone it. Yeah. What is the big deal? Guys, what is this? And this thing that Mosabi is saying, Gitiriba made me wash his inner wares. Gitiriba, what? How do we know if that's true, guys? Like I said, when somebody has fallen out with somebody, they can come out with anything. They can come up with all the nonsense. Oh, yes. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to believe that. And if this young man felt that he was being mistreated, he could have just left. And when you live somewhere, like MORAA says, you don't have to come out and start tarnishing that person's name. You just go slowly, and even if you wanted to be built for a house, you just go and start befriending the 𝐷𝐿 and just start helping him in his podcast. By the way, 𝐷𝐿, why don't you employ Mosabi and pay him very well? How much are you going to pay him? So you're going to pay him what? 50,000 shillings? How about you do that? As an example. Guys, I'm saying this because I repeat, this guy has never employed people in this country. He has no idea what he is talking about. And something else, 𝐷𝐿, have you ever worked anywhere? In an organization, in a company, blah, blah, anywhere. Because guys, he is talking about Mosabi is the only person who did not go for holiday. Every other person went except Mosabi. Imagine guys, so what? So what? Guys, we have worked places, even you guys who are watching me. In fact, there's one person I was talking to, I was chatting with on Christmas Day, and they were telling me they were at work. Yeah? Big deal. 𝐷𝐿, have you ever worked anywhere to know that the place cannot be shut down because it's Christmas? Yeah? Everybody can go, but there will be left, that skeleton staff, to take care of the place. Maybe the security people, maybe there will be one security. There are normally many, but at least there will be one, and this person will go on holiday after the others come back. They're going to do like a shift, sort of a thing. And so what is the big deal? So MORAA's home should be left completely without anyone? This is a big home. It should be left completely without anyone because it's Christmas? How childish. This is kiddish, this is juvenile, this is nonsensical. This guy has no brain. Stick boy, at least get some flesh. Maybe that will help you think. I mean, guys, this guy is stupid. Just because it's Christmas, everywhere shuts down. People have to work. Shifts have to be done. Yes, domestic workers, this one will go and then the other one will come in the evening. Oh yes, they have to take shifts. And yes, MORAA did not say that Mosabi will not go on holiday, guys. If you had even the clip that he played, MORAA said that Mosabi, you will go when she comes back. So it is not like MORAA was not going to give this guy time to go off. But according to 𝐷𝐿, because it's Christmas, this guy has to go because it's Christmas Day. Come on now. That is not how the world works, 𝐷𝐿. Yes, even if it's Christmas Day, the Mosabi's family, first of all, which family? And he has run away from home. Guys, what is this? MORAA is even helping this young man, to keep him around. My thing is, even if you fell out with MORAA, of which, to me, I did not see or hear any part. Guys, I don't know, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I may have jumped somewhere. If he said that MORAA, mistreated him in some ways, I know he may have said something negative, but mainly the person he was attacking was Gitiriba. Talking about Gitiriba is bad-mouthing MORAA, saying that if I kick you out, you can't even work at MORAA's place. You don't do anything in my home. All you do is to work at MORAA's place. I'm going to fire you. Guys, and what is wrong with Gitiriba firing someone? No, guys, I honestly, I want you guys to tell me this. So now I cannot fire you if I hired you? How many people get fired, every single day? Oh, now somebody is going to tell me it's the circumstances that led to the firing. So what are the circumstances? Guys, this is all nonsensical. 𝐷𝐿, all he did was to make views. This video that he has done, he is going to smile all the way to the bank. Even Mosabi himself was asking him, how many people watching, towards the end? And he said 900, I think it's 1,000 plus people watching. Imagine 𝐷𝐿 with his small channel. It was 1,000, just like MORAA's big channel, 1,000 plus people watching. Can you imagine? Just because of this moshene, just because of this gossip that Mosabi brought to the internet. Oh, I could not go to Gintu. Oh, I decided to come to you because you're neutral. 𝐷𝐿 is a neutral. Mosabi, are you okay in the head? And you think that beginning a YouTube channel in this kind of circumstances will help you? Is that what you think, Mosabi? Starting a YouTube channel with bad blood, with hate, your foundation is gossip, and just because somebody fired you, people get fired every day. Mosabi, are you the first one? Are you the first one in Kenya? Wewe ndio wa kwanza kuvutwa kazi. Hakuna mtu ashaivutwa kazi. Sasa wewe ndio umevutwa kazi, wewe ndio mambo yote. Sasa unakuja kutuonyesha ati unaingia kwa 𝐷𝐿 pod lies, kuja kuanza kutukana watu. Wacha tuone hizo YouTube channel. Let them subscribe. You know, with this kind of foundation, where do you think you're going to get? Guys, 𝐷𝐿 said, you know, people should come with no feelings, with no hate, with nothing. Guys, I am doing this video, you know, with a very clean heart. Nothing, you know. And by the way, I normally do my videos like that. You know, in this video, I am just speaking my mind and I'm speaking what is in my heart. And to be very honest, I know for a fact that the money that Mosabi, it's the same thing, guys. Even the time I did Why Not Alex video, that is the same thing I came and said. It's like now me going to, this is just an example, you see, going to a country like Zambia, you know, or India. I don't know their minimum wage. And then I go there, somebody's being paid money, how they do things in their place. And now I'm there arguing, how can they do that? Because in Kenya, we don't do it like that. You know, all those rights that you have, all those blah, blah, blah in America, whatever, you know, hey, my God. Okay, tell Mosabi to take whoever to court because he was underpaid. Why don't you guys tell him that then? You know, and let's see how it will go. You see, you guys, like I normally say, you know, some things here work differently, and that's just the fact, you know. And before somebody yaps so much about that is so little, that is so little, that is the range which people are paid. People who work in offices, in banks, in I don't know what, how much do you think they are paid in this country? Why don't you people just Google it? Go. You want, so now you want Mosabi to be paid more money than Gitiriba's salary on YouTube. So now where will Gitiriba get? Okay, fine, I know you're going to say it's donors, blah, blah, blah. All I'm just saying is, guys, things are different here than they are in another part of the world. And that's the truth. You know, but the sad part is the people like 𝐷𝐿, Carrots, and the rest, what they do is that they come, and because they know they're talking to people who are living abroad, you know, they now come with a narrative. Imagine, guys, because they know you guys, they're going to stir up your emotions, and you guys are going to say, oh my God, and you're going to hate MORAA the more, and you're going to give them super chats, yeah, super chat like this when she's talking. They are all about money. You know, they are all about money. And guys, I've just spoken about Why Not Alex, and I've remembered something. One of our very good subscribers, 𝐿, I saw you write on my comment section that Farmer Isa is, you know, killed his child for donations and stuff like that. I remember responding to you, and I also saw other people respond to you. But then again, I saw you write that again. I think I saw you write that again twice or something. And that means that maybe you did not read the response that people gave you. I just want to correct you. Farmer Isa is different. He is a totally different person from Why Not Alex. You know, Farmer Isa comes from Kisii. Why Not Alex is from Kuria. You know, and yeah, so maybe you're confusing the two. So Farmer Isa never killed, you know, never deleted the child so that they can get donations. You know, guys, for those who remember, there was this guy who lied that that their child had died so that people can donate to him. And so one of the subscribers is confusing him for Farmer Isa. So guys, going back to this saga, I have seen Gitiriba, you know, do a premiere. You know, I have not watched the whole of it. I started watching a little, but then again, it got late. I knew I was going to start feeling sleepy. I decided, you know what, let me just give my 2 cents about this one of, you know, 𝐷𝐿 and Mosabi. And then the next video, I'm going to talk about what Gitiriba said. I don't know if he is going to address this or maybe it's a video that he had recorded earlier, because sometimes, you record a video and somebody does a video about you, but of course you have to release the video that you did first before you go to now address the issue at hand. Guys, I am actually going to rewatch 𝐷𝐿 again, because I've watched, but I mean, it is a sad episode. It is really, really sad. And like I said, about 4 people have reached out to me, 4 or 5, 5, reached out to me telling me that they are tired of 𝐿𝐷𝐻𝐄 content. They just want to watch other things. They are tired. Like, one of them was even telling me, they were saying, MORAA, I think all this is happening because MORAA does not listen. And I just want to say that I feel like, MORAA at this particular time, he will start traveling. And when he does, I believe things are going to get better. Let him just start traveling, get away from this village, and these village people, village shenanigans, village nonsense. And I also feel like if MORAA is to have any workers moving forward, he should have workers that are, away from Kuria, But of course, somebody like, the horseman, Max, is not from 𝐷𝐻𝐄, and we have seen how he turned out. But to be very honest, I feel like if Max was from 𝐷𝐻𝐄, he would have said worse things. I feel like Max would have said worse things. Guys, I kid you not, and you guys can attest to this. No, this Mosabi. Hey, I mean, no filter. You want to talk about MORAA's personal life, and 𝐷𝐿 is asking you questions, But then again, guys, like I said, Mosabi tried also. The problem is 𝐷𝐿. 𝐷𝐿 has sworn to take MORAA down. And I just feel like it is getting bad. It is getting bad. I don't know, guys, what you can advise, advise in the comments section, because somebody, like I said, a few people were telling me MORAA should start listening to subscribers. MORAA should start traveling. Yes, I know MORAA should start traveling, but guys, he has plans, he has his horses, and so does it mean MORAA cannot even stay at his home, because of haters? I mean, is that what we want to say? No. I believe he should just put in some some factors in place. I don't know, guys. Please just drop your thoughts, comments, sentiments. Let's discuss about this. I also feel tired, especially when I'm watching Mosabi of all the people. Crazy. No, guys. No. And you know what, guys? Very soon you will see this other one. It's Matata. Because I saw him. I haven't even watched that video. You will see Matata at the spotlights. And before you know it, you're going to see people like Nico Buddha. By the way, guys, oh my God, I almost forgot. This 𝐷𝐿 was saying that Mosabi is the one who reached him out, blah, blah, blah. I believe that. Maybe he did. But one thing I know for sure, and, maybe in my next video, I can play the clip of 𝐷𝐿 always saying, Mosabi, come to the podcast. Mosabi, you need to come here. Mosabi, you are being overworked. Mosabi, guys, remember, even there's a time I did a video where he was talking about how these people don't have job descriptions and blah, blah, blah. And I came out here and I said there's also, and any other, and any other duties assigned to somebody. Guys, this 𝐷𝐿 has been calling on Mosabi for months. And the last time was about 2 days ago, where he said, Mosabi, I am waiting for you, Mosabi, come. So he made it easy. He called Mosabi. And guys, if you have a small brain and somebody calls on you and says, come, spill the beans, you start to feel like maybe I can go there. Maybe I can get help. Because you heard what Mosabi said. Mosabi said, I did not go to those other content creators because they wouldn't let me, And I could not do this in my channel because I do not have subscribers. So now he decided to go to JT Pod Lies. Why? Because he has been watching JT Pod Lies. He has been seeing JT Pod Lies calling him. He has, he felt comfortable about it because this guy has been giving him invitations. The guy has been inviting him every single day. So JT, telling us that, it is Mosabi who called me and told me to come, and he wants to come, and blah, blah, blah. Mosabi saying, I used my own bus fare. Nonsense. Nonsense. Guys, this is crazy. This is BS. And all this nonsense that people... And guys, if you come to my house right now, you will find something wrong to talk about. And even this Mosabi, are you perfect? Are you so perfect? You did nothing wrong. So if we ask the other side, we will hear Mosabi is perfect. Because guys, this guy used to be on camera. And he knew he was on camera. So he must have been doing things nicely, So Maro can say, oh, wow, what a good boy. What a good person. How sweet, how nice. Guys, I'm not saying MORAA is perfect. I'm not saying MORAA is perfect. I repeat, I am not saying MORAA is perfect. But all I'm saying is, I think people expect a lot from him, And also, Gitiriba is not perfect. And I'm pretty sure 100% that even this Mosabi is not perfect. And for sure, I know that this Gaty is crooked combo. Confused. And is very, very far from perfection. So when people come out here to criticize every little tiny detail about somebody's life like this, no, MORAA, isn't there cease and desist? Isn't there anything you can do? Nothing at all. What the hell is this? Guys, please like this video if you haven't. And if you have not subscribed, please give it a, guys, subscribe. Oh my goodness. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe. Let us meet in the next video, guys. Bye.
Narrative. Truth is what I got to give. The truth. Speak the truth. Speak it to set you free. Speak the truth. Speak the truth. It's MORAA, your African daughter. Don't paint pictures bigger than the frame to tarnish good people's names. Your tainted lessons, evil missions, telling tales just for fame. Truth telling.